spiritual crisis of sorts. No, I haven't stopped believing in God or in some universal mind or in the universe, whatever you want to call it. I haven't stopped believing. I still have a lot of faith, but I can't seem to feel the connection. And I've written about this before, about that we're always connected. We're always connected to God or whatever you want to call it. But I'm not feeling it. And there was a time when I did. And I'm not coming at this from a big ego. I don't want to be, I don't need to feel special, like there's a reason why I should have this special connection with something greater than me. While I envy some of the people who have these experiences, I don't need to fall on the ground in ecstasy because I've connected with God. All of a sudden, I don't need to feel as if there's a voice talking to me, whispering in my ear all the time. I don't need any of those things. Would I like them? Of course. But I do want to feel a sense of connection, and I've had it before. And that's the thing that's so bothersome to me, is that I've had it before. And no, I didn't fall on the ground in ecstasy or anything like that. I didn't hear voices talking to me. But there's that still small voice, the still small voice that I heard. And sometimes it was louder. There was a period when I wrote some books, some short books. Actually, they were meant to be longer books. I've often mentioned this. And these books, some of them, I went back and read them later, and I was like, I don't even know how I wrote that. I don't know where the information came from. I was seeking information, but suddenly I had this download of information and wrote something. And I don't believe those books were channeled or those articles or anything like that. I believe in channeling, but I don't think I channeled them. I just feel I was tapped into something. I was connected to divine wisdom, to source energy or information. And I missed that. And I'm looking to get it back. But as I was thinking about this topic, I began to ask the question, what does it mean for something to be spiritual? We want a spiritual experience. I want a spiritual experience. What does that mean? So, does it have to be the voice speaking in your ear? Does it have to be the burning bush? Does it have to be, automatic writing? I don't think so. I think I could have a spiritual experience by staring at this huge redwood behind me, or by gazing up at its branches. I think I could have a spiritual experience by watching the hawk that's been circling over to my left. I think I could have a spiritual experience in the checkout line when the person ringing up my groceries says something to me that changes my perspective. I could have a spiritual experience by suddenly letting go of some old anger or hurt. I could have a spiritual experience by going to a religious service and hearing something in a prayer that I just never noticed before, or that didn't strike me that way, that somehow made me feel more connected. And the thing is that we're always connected. Like I said, we just don't always feel it. And so what is it that helps you feel that connection with something more than you? To me, the word spiritual, I like to break it down to in spirit. So something spiritual to me is when I feel in spirit or connected to spirit, to something greater than this physical body, to my soul, and to that and to the cord that attaches my soul to something bigger, to God or to a universal mind. Like I said, however you want to talk about it. But we normally think of spirituality, and I'm sorry, I pulled out some definitions, as something relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul, as opposed to material or physical things, right? So that's one way of looking at it, that it's something to do with our soul or the spirit we come into this life with, right? But it also can be thought of as relating to religion or religious belief. And I'm going to make the argument, and I've written about this before, that there's a difference between religion and spirituality. I've known a lot of people who were religious or observed religions, even people who led congregations, who were not very spiritual. Some would even say they didn't believe in God, but they observed their religion. I think there's more to having more to religious observance. And I know that from my perspective, religious observance is about the connection. So if you do something like pray every morning and every night, or if you say a blessing when you wash your hands, or if you feel the need to, or part of your religious observance is some way repenting for your sins, or, admitting your sins. Whatever it is, the reason for that is spiritual. Religion gives us a context within to put things. It gives us an organization to beliefs and actions. It gives us a structure. And spirituality, or the word spiritual, doesn't necessarily come out of religion, but we hope it does. So I know in the Jewish tradition, we're supposed to say 100 blessings a day, and those blessings are actually little prayers, and it's a way to connect ourselves. So the one that I love the most is the blessing for washing your hands. So every time you wash your hands, you're supposed to say this blessing and raise your hands up and say, I raise my hands in service. Well, when I think of that I'm raising my hands in service, it reminds me to be of service. And being of service is something that connects me spiritually, because I believe that I'm here for a reason, and that it is to be of service in some way, and to fulfill my purpose in a way that serves others. And so that connects me to my soul and to the reason I came into this life. That's a spiritual experience, right? So what is it for you? Does religion bring you a spiritual experience? Because to me, that's what that's about. If I'm going to a religious service and I'm sitting there and not getting anything out of it and not feeling connected, then maybe I don't want to go anymore. On the other hand, if I go often enough and I have this spiritual practice, I may eventually feel that spiritual connection. So I'm not negating the importance of religion at all, and or of religious practice. I'm just saying that sometimes it's set up to give us a spiritual connection. There are lots of arguments for religion, against religion. I don't want to go there. I'm just talking about spirituality and being spiritual. And what is spiritual? So I'd ask you to figure out for you, what does it mean to be spiritual? What does the word spiritual mean to you? Does it mean in spirit? Does it just mean something of the spirit or soul? Does it mean connecting to God? What does it mean, and how do you get there? Do you get there through your relationships with other people? Do you get there through nature? Do you get there by hugging a big old tree? Do you get there by gardening? Do you get there by through relationships? Do you get there through prayer? Do you get there through service? How do you get that spiritual experience? So for me, I'm still working with this. I know the things that tend to give me that connection, or don't give me the connection, remind me of the connection, allow me to feel that connection. And I'm not having it often enough. And so that's my spiritual crisis, as I'm really trying to connect more, to feel guided by this universal mind, by source, by creator, to feel guided, to feel as if my days are aligned with spirit. And that's spirituality for me. That's being spiritual. So, question to you. What is spiritual for you? What does it mean, and how do you have that spiritual connection? How do you have that spiritual experience? I would love to know, so leave me a comment down below. or on the blog if you're watching on the blog, and tell me. I really am interested. And yeah, it's just a big part of what I set out to do, was to be a spiritual writer and to share what I was learning with others in this realm. So I really am interested, and I hope you will leave me a comment down below, and subscribe to my YouTube station, subscribe to my blog. And if you didn't know, if it's your first time seeing a video from me, I'm Nina Amir. I'm known as the Inspiration to Creation Coach. So there's that word again, spirit, inspiration to creation coach. I love helping people get inspired to create in their lives, whether that's a new relationship, a new job, a book, better health, more income, whatever it is that you want to create. I love helping you combine your passion with your purpose, because when you combine passion with purpose, you get inspired to action, and that action gets you inspired results. Now, how do I do that? In a variety of ways, but the main way I do that is as a high performance coach. So I am a certified high performance coach, and I help people gain more clarity, energy, courage, productivity, influence, and necessity. I help them get clear on their purpose and how to be more present in life so that they can live life more fully. So if those are of interest to you, if you would like to master these pillars of high performance, if you would like to master your psychology, your physiology, your productivity or effectiveness and focus, your people skills, your purpose, if you'd like to master these things, then you can fill out the application at ninaamir.com/free session. You're going to see it up here on side. Click on the little I, ninaamir.com/free session. Click on that I, and it will show you the link. And you can fill out the application there and get a free strategy session with me. Okay, a free strategy session, high performance coaching strategy session. We'll talk about these pillars of high performance, and I'll give you some tips and strategies right away, and we can also determine your next steps forward. We'll get to meet, see if we're a good fit for coaching, and go from there. If you're an author watching this, then yes, I'm also an author coach, and you can reach out to me at ninaamir.com. Go over there, look at the programs and courses I have for writers and authors, including high performance coaching offered through my Nonfiction Writers University Master's Program. So that's it for today. Really interested in seeing your comments down below. And until next time, as I always say, go out there and achieve more inspired results.